today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams versus Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out, the man known as Danny Dimes, their second-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd is not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And incomplete to open things up.
Jones pass.
He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw again, Jones. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Complete to Saquon.
23 yards on the play. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Jones pass.
Kyle Rudolph. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
It is good.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet Matthew Stafford.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Stafford on first down. Quick pass to Cup.
Stafford's pass.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
The pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. He'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Rams. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
Stafford's pass.
7 yards the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
12 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Ryan Anderson gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And Rudolph has it left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21.
It's a gain of 20.
Throwing Jones. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Rams nothing.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw.
NFL Madden League Season 192021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Devin Smith Showtime Sports in America.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go. And Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Rams have got it going the other way. The 40, the 20, 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
The NFL Madden League Season 192021 Week 4 matchup coming up next. Baltimore Ravens 3-0, Washington Football Team 3-0.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
The NFL Madden League Season 192021 Week 4 matchup coming up next. Indianapolis Colts 1-2, Chicago Bears 2-1.
At their 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Jones.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 7-yard line.
Here's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
From the gun, Stafford, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Rams have taken the lead.
And no matter how it comes
NFL
about,
Madden
when you
League
get good
Season
field position, you have to make
192021
the
Week 4
defense
matchup
pay.
coming up
Short
next. Tampa
fields
Bay
usually make
Buccaneers
for good
3-0,
offense.
Dallas Cowboys 1-2.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
NFL Madden League Season 192021 Week 4 matchup coming up next. Philadelphia Eagles 2-1, Carolina Panthers 1-2.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Pettis on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So here are the Rams to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a run with Akers. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
23.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, throw complete to Cam Akers. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. Gay's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Giants 7.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes the Rams defense now as they get ready for the next possession. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Jones pass.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Jones going to throw again. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up. They're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Stafford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Up until the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee? You might have got some blank stares back, but down the stretch, only Julio Jones and Michael Thomas had more targets in the final month of the 2019 season. A breakout year for Tyler Higbee. He expects to continue those types of numbers and beyond going forward.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. That's caught by Jackson. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Again, it's Stafford. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down, Stafford here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Throwing again is Stafford. And they got a man. It's Woods. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll look to run with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Gay is on for the point after. This a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. New York ready to go again offensively, and the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To Barkley on the check down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones steps away to his left. Throwing deep for Gallup, and that's caught inside the 35. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to go on top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Golladay. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. A field goal, the difference. 17-14, the final. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. A field goal, the difference. 17-14, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Stafford. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. Touchdown, LA! Deshaun Jackson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pettis now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now Joe Judge going to turn to an official and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Jones looking left side. It's complete. He's got it.
Jones pass.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 13 yards.
Jones throwing on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Jones pass.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. He'll have a first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. Jones. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. Jones. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Stafford on first down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Akers. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw again. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Right side caught by Jackson.
Stafford's pass.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. To the air again, Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield and stand in the pocket, and just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. They snap it to Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll drop here to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jonathan Bostic gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
And blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. To his running back, complete. Jones. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Giants.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Jones. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
and that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Complete.
Kyle Rudolph.
Touchdown.
A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A quick pass to Cup. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down at Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Stafford's pass.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll go again here with Akers. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Today's final score.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for L.A., it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long.